Now the next we are going to find the magnetic field at the center of circular coil carrying current. Okay, so we are going to find the magnetic field at the center of a circular coil. Then the coil is carrying current. Radius of coil is r, and having number of turn is small n. Okay, suppose AB is a small element of length del L. So as we have supposed here the small element of length del L as the small element, then we have remembered by the Gauss law, by the Biot-Savart law. Okay, so here is by Biot-Savart law we have del B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi into I del L sin theta upon r square. Okay, so this is the magnetic field for the small element. Now total field, then we have summation del V, it is summation mu naught upon 4 pi into I del L sin theta upon r square. So see that this is we have constant quantity, so we can take out the summation or the integration from here. So here is del B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi into I del L, here is r square sin theta into summation del L. Okay, I will say this equation number 1. What is the summation del L? Summation del L means the total length of the coil, and this total length of the coil is called the circumference. What is called it? Circumference. If I have here theta is 90, I can say del L is equal to circumference, circumference into number of turn. So circumference of circle we have 2 pi r, number of turn is n. So I will go for this, putting this value in equation number 1. So I will get from here dV is equal to, that is mu naught upon 4 pi into I del L, and I will take theta is also 90. So sin 90, because this is perpendicular, upon r square. Okay, this. So for this del L I will put the value of this one, summation del L here is. Okay, so it is B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi into I is there. Instead of this summation del L I will put 2 pi r into n, right? 2 pi r into n upon r square. 1 r is cancelled from this, so I have B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi into 2 pi n I upon r. This we have got now, mu naught upon 4 pi, 1 r is cancelled, so 2 pi n I upon r. This is Newton, ampere and meter inverse. This is the final derivation for the magnetic field at the center of circular coil. If we are going for the CGS, then we can go for CGS. It is B is equal to 2 pi Ni upon r Gauss. We are talking about the toroid. So question arises, what is a toroid? So toroid is a coil bounded on a circular frame such that its ends appear to be joined together. So it is called the toroid. It behaves like a solenoid of infinite length. So this is, if number of turn is bounded on this coil, such ends appear together. This is called the toroid. Let total number of turn, that is capital N, and radius is capital R. So we will go for the magnetic field at a point. Magnetic magnetic field at a point inside. So inside the toroid we will go for V is equal to mu naught Ni. I will say this equation number 1, but I have here one formula, circumference. So circumference is what? 2 pi r, and number of turn in the coil we have n. So 2 pi r n, I can say this. So number of turn, that is small n. So circumference, it is n is equal to 2 pi r into n. If I found this n, so n is equal to capital N upon 2 pi r. I have this value of 2 pi r. I will put this, putting in equation number 1. So I will go for B is equal to mu naught. In place of this n, I have n I upon 2 pi r. So this is the derivation for the toroid. This is Newton, ampere and meter inverse. So toroid, what? Its end appears to join together. Let the number of turn is capital N and radius is r. So magnetic field inside a point, it is B is equal to mu naught and I will say equation number 1. Now circumference is equal to, I have formula 2 pi r into number of turn n. So capital N, I can say the circumference, that is total length, 2 pi r into n. I will find this n is equal to this 2 pi r will come in down and put in this value.